On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be having a look at Mezco Cinema Fear Jason Voorhees PX Previews Exclusive. This figure was released prior to the original Jason Voorhees remake figure being released. It also sports the mask, or the hood, whereas the original Mezco remake Jason didn't have that. I'll do a comparison of the two when I open this guy up. If we quickly get a look at the packaging, though, the packaging has a nice mask. It has Jason's mask in the background here with the red, and then there's the more of the accurate paint scheme of the mask, the more yellow as it progresses further into the figure. You've got a wood sign here. Jason Voorhees includes pickaxe, machete, and axe. Ages 18 and up. A little story quickly before I open this guy up. When I went out looking, I went to a comic store recently, and that's where I found my NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day figures, which I've been looking for everywhere. While I was there, I happened to be looking across the shelves at some of the stuff that they had, and I came across this guy. And I had seen reviews of the hooded version of Jason in the 7-inch, but I didn't know where I was ever going to find one. And luckily for me, I did actually look over, and she had a couple of these. So much like a bandit, I grabbed it quickly. The figure itself cost me $26.99, so it was a little more than what I was normally paying. I think the original remake Jason I paid probably about $15 for it, so this one was a little bit more. On the back of the packaging, we have a picture of Jason here. This is the Jason that we would normally see. This was the more common Jason figure, at least of the 7-inch. The NECA taller Jason, which was a 12-inch, 14-inch figure, it had interchangeable head, where you could take the mask off and you could put the hooded face on. Unfortunately, with the Mezco, we only got the masked one, which was a bit of a disappointment. I'm glad now to have gotten this guy. But there we have the packaging on him. Not too bad. What I'll do is I'll open this guy up, and we will get a closer look at Jason Voorhees. And to give you guys a good comparison between the figures, what I'll do is I'll move the new hooded Jason I got out of the package. I'll move him aside, and I'll bring in the masked Jason. Get him to stand here. Now the masked Jason, of course, as I was mentioning, was available in all the stores. He was the common Jason to come by. The exclusive figure was a little harder to find. As you can see, though, the figure shares the exact same body. Nothing is different between the two. They've got the detailing on the figures the exact same. The tears and the holes in the shirt are exactly the same. The only thing different is the masked Jason, the one with the hockey mask, his shirt is a little more yellow. Which I guess, if you're thinking about the movie, I mean, realistically, I mean, he would, I guess by this point, after killing and maiming as many teens as he was, you know, he worked up a bit of a sweat. And you know, what does Jason do when he wants to quench his thirst? He has himself a Pepsi, because Pepsi is the taste of the new generation. But needless to say, though, the shirt is a little yellower than it is on the hooded Jason. It is nice that it's not just the exact same body that they reused over. It is nice that it's a little bit different. I'll put this Jason aside here, and I'll give you a closer look at this one. The detailing on the hood is unbelievable. You get a nice sculpt on the eye, the only eye you're going to see on the figure. But you get this nice, it's weathered, it's a weathered fabric. Definitely looks like fabric. I mean, it looks like he's wrapped it around his head and tied it off at the bottom there. Nice detailing though. There is movement in his head. There isn't a lot, not as much as this one at least, just because of the way it is sculpted. He's got the same jacket. He's got this rubberized leather jacket that is separate from the rest of the figure. Articulation he also has in the shoulders. He's got the swivel in the elbows. He's got rotation in the hand. He's got rotation in the waist. Same thing with the hood as it is with the waist. There isn't as much movement in the waist just because the jacket hinders a lot of it. And there's also articulation in the foot. And it almost appears as if there's a ball joint rather than just a swivel, because you seem to get a lot of movement there. No articulation in the knees or in the legs, which is common. You don't tend to get too much articulation in the knees anymore. He also has, very similar to the other Jason, he has a little holster here, and that holster can house his machete that he comes with, and you can slide it actually right into there, like that. And he can hold his machete. The other accessories, as mentioned in the packaging, he also comes with a pickaxe, a nice bloodied pickaxe. And he also comes with a axe. I'm not sure when I display this figure who obviously I want to give this guy the machete, and he wouldn't have used the axe when he was wearing this hood, so maybe I might end up displaying him with the pickaxe. I don't know. Overall though, I'm really happy with the figure. It's nice to get the comparison between the two, and it's nice to have them on the display shelf together because you can get a nice variety of change between the two. But overall, really happy with the figure. You know, it was a little more than what I wanted to pay for it, but I'm glad I did pick it up. There you have a horror toy spot on Mezco's Friday the 13th remake Jason Voorhees with the hood. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.